Value. In my opinion, this is the most important thing I've spoken about yet. Why do I say this? Let's look at a few things. Money. Money is a unit of measurement, a store of value. Business. Business is a system designed to deliver value, a promise no one else dares to make. Wealth. Wealth is how much value a person has created. Investing. Investing is buying a system that delivers value consistently. The word value keeps on repeating itself over and over in all these things. The question begs, what is value? The dictionary is quite confusing on the definition of value. A few definitions are tied to money, others relative words, merit, or importance. Some of the definitions are: value is the worth of something in terms of the amount of other things for which it can be exchanged for, or in terms of some medium of exchange. Another definition goes to consider with respect to worth, excellence, usefulness, or importance. Another is worth in usefulness or importance to the possessor, utility, or merit. Yet another is values related to principle or standard as of behavior that is considered important or desirable. My head hurts. I still can't get the definition of value. Yet somehow in our hearts we all know what value is. I believe value is what others appreciate. The more people appreciate and want something, the higher the value of the thing. If we can't define value, can we at least look at its attributes, how it's created, where value comes from, what makes a thing valuable? A thing is valuable by measuring how much comfort, joy, efficiency, life, enjoyment, etc. Basically, how much it serves people. Where does value come from? Value comes from within every human being. How is value created? We, human beings, create value. Simple statements, but packed with a lot of meaning. That is why we are unique. We create value. Think on this for a second. We, you and I, create value. Money is a store of value, and we humans create value. We make the stuff that money is made of. Business is a system for delivering value. We humans create value. Wealth is how much value you have created. Investing is identifying a system that delivers value. Nobody can tell you, the good news, nobody can tell you how much value to create. Nobody can put a lead on how much value you can create. You and I are free, thus responsible for creating however much value we want or need. But the world can tell you, I don't appreciate this value you are proposing. You may just need to change such value and offer something else. I know this sounds so simple and possibly like a pile of BS, but think about it for a second. We create value, and money is the store of value. This is freedom. Yes, you will need to develop skills, educate, practice to get more dexterity, but we create value, and money is the store of value. You can create as much value as you want. No one is stopping you. Remember that always. Brief history of legal tender. Where does money come from? According to Stephanie Kelton, she was advisor to Bernie Sanders' Harvard Trend. Let's look at Africa before colonialism, for example. This is how legal tender started all over the world. When the British came, we had our own store of value. Maybe probably the cowries, whatever it was, I'm not sure. We exchanged them and traded value we created with each other through cowries probably. The British came and colonized us. This is the same thing. Someone comes and saves you from yourself. Then they asked us to pay taxes, a tax on value creation. They were charging us to create what we have naturally. Crazy, right? Guess we looked at them strangely and said, no, why will I pay tax to create what I already have? These guys are not joking. They said, pay the tax or I'll kill you. Or pay the tax or else the bandits will attack you, or whatever you were paying the tax for. They probably killed 1 or 2 people, imprisoned a few others. Message sent. We then decided, let us pay the tax and allow them. We create so much value. We just create more and give them a little peace so we can have peace. Plus, we cannot fight them. They have bigger weapons than we do. Let us pay this their tax and continue to live. So we take our cowries to the British officers and say, please take your tax, stop killing us. The British says, we don't want your cowries to pay your tax. You need to use the king's money to pay taxes. We say, we don't have the king's money. Where do we get it? The British says, that's fine. We'll give you the king's money if you give us some of your valuables, some of the value you have created, or if you work for us. Viola, money is created to pay the king's tax, a tax on value creation, so we are not killed. Now everybody needs a little of the king's money to pay his or her taxes, or else you'll be killed or jailed. The king's money now has value. After a while, someone gets the genius idea. Say, why are we using the king's money for only taxes? Why don't we make it legal tender? That is, why don't we pass a law that makes it the only acceptable thing for trade? That way, whenever we want to buy anything, we don't have to create any value. We just go and take what value others have created. Fantastic. The law passes, legal tender is now existing. FYI, do you know there was no legal tender in the world 150 years ago? In the whole world. Legal tender this is now legalized. The government can now purchase goods and services unlimited without producing any value. We the people start to forget how legal tender came about. We stop creating value and start looking to government, kings, or whoever is producing the legal tender to give us money because they are the creators of such. We forget that it is us, we, who create the value. Governments like the control over the people, and the people become dependent on the government, which leads to a downward spiral of what we have today everywhere. But today, you can take your power back. You can start again to create value. Don't bother with fancy words like entrepreneurship, investment, savvy, etc. Let's just look at the basics. We create value. Every single human being can create value. We've been manipulated to think otherwise, but we are still value creators. We can create as much value as our heart wants. The question is, how can you and I create value? Value is anything people appreciate. You create value. If you have no skills, you could probably wash cars, you can cut grass, you can crack a joke, you can sing a song. Maybe you can do anything that another person appreciates. Let's take washing cars, for example. You probably need to ask about 100 car owners if you can wash their car to find one that allows you to wash the car. Assuming you do a great job and the person is happy, appreciates you, and gives you 500 naira for it, then you've created value and you're paid for it. If you want 50,000 per day, you just have to find a way to wash 100 cars daily. That means you have to find a way to talk to 10,000 car owners daily. Is this hard? No, it is not. You are like a baby learning to walk. You will fall many times. Yes, some babies will just stand up and start walking, but most babies take a while and practice every day. You just need to practice how to create value every day. The interesting thing is, the more value you add, the more valuable you become, the more value you can give, which brings even more value, a positive loop. In the case of the car, you have the value of cleaning one car. 2, the value of being able to communicate with 10,000 people daily. 3, the value of being able to clean 100 cars, of course, is not going to be easy. It's going to take some kind of genius and thinking. And it's just more and more value. Value will be compounding in your favor. It's time to take your power back. Enough is enough. You create value. It's all manipulation, and you can stop playing their game at any time. You can create as much value as you want. If you're not good at it, that's fine. It's because you've not been practicing. You just need practice, like any other thing in life. There is no real barrier to entry. You are a value creator. Thank you for listening. Did you find this useful? Please share with family and friends. Do you have any questions, suggestions, or comments? Please leave a comment below or send me a DM. I'll be more than glad to respond to you. Once more, thanks for listening. Have a great day. Ciao.